Welcome back to JB Jeep and Classic Car channel, the channel that provides video resources for your build and maintaining your Jeeps, your everyday drivers, and your classic cars. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below, and go ahead and hit that like button as well while you're there. I'll wait. Alright, I appreciate it. That really does help the channel. Today we're going to be talking about crack propagation, specifically around my fender. There's a crack right here. There's also another crack right there, and if we don't do anything, they're just going to keep on growing because right at the point of the crack, stress goes to infinity, and so it's just going to keep on propagating down that line until it disappears or until it falls off. And so you can do a couple things to prevent it. One, you can weld that up. I would prefer to do either MIG or TIG. I really only have a stick welder and I don't weld real well, so that's kind of out at this point. You could also braze it up with some solder. I'm even worse at soldering, so that's out. You could drill it out with and just put a hole right there, and that also will solve it. But I mean, literally, there's one up here too. It turned it into Swiss cheese. So even though this is a little more expensive, I'm going to use this stuff. And basically what it does is it's just putty, but it hardens real hard so that it will go in that crack, but then harden like it is steel. It's not, but that's what they claim it does, and so that will prevent it from growing any further. So that's what we're going to do today, is just go on these various spots all around, put that steel stick in there, and hopefully that will help. I know ultimately I need to replace this fender. I just haven't been able to find one that I want yet. So for the time being, I'm just going to make repairs and use it as is. So sometimes that's the name of the game. I'm sure I'll come across a fender at some point and go ahead and replace it out, but till I get to that point, I'm just going to fix this one and use it, and we'll keep the Jeep rolling. So join me in the adventure. Alright, so we're working on fixing the fender here, and we got this steel stick stuff. You just want to use a little bit at a time because it will harden on you, and then it won't spread, and you just have to throw it out. There's nothing you can do about it once it hardens up. So you want to get it all mixed up real well. Make sure to wear gloves, and you want your surface to be pretty clean as well. I've already kind of been working on it this morning, but I just wanted to show you a quick clip of how to do it. So it's real easy stuff to work with, kind of like putty. I roll it up pretty good, you know, make sure it's a good even. It's a light gray and a black that you mix together to form kind of this dark gray charcoal color. And then I'm just kind of going to put it over that crack right there and kind of work it in. Just kind of giving strength to that whole area. Obviously it's flexing right there at some point, that's why it's cracking, and so I just want to make sure to get that all worked in. And then I'm going to check it from the other side, and it's all right there. Just kind of smoothing out the external side. Actually the crack goes all the way down here, so we're just going to extend some of this down in there. And once it's been sitting for a couple minutes, it starts to not want to move like it was. So there we go. And then it just gets really hard to deal with, and it just starts kind of fracturing off. But there we go. There's that patch. We got a couple more to do, probably sand down a few of them, and then we're off to paint. I really do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all take care. It's time for supper.